retired na siyempre, of the Philippine Nuclear Power Plant at Morong Bataan. Yeah, as you know, my responsibility there is to protect the health and well-being of the workers and of the people around the plant, and also of the environment. As you know, when you burn fossil fuel, by fossil fuel, I mean the oil, the gas, and the coal, you emit a lot of carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide, as you know, is the predominant greenhouse gas which causes this climate change. So when there is a climate change, it produces global warming. And one of the effects of this are the severe tropical cyclones, which we know here as typhoons, like Haiyan, which is Yolanda, and Texana, which is Udoy. So, as part of our commitment to the Paris Agreement, wherein we committed our nationally determined contribution with a very high staggering reduction of 75% in the emission of greenhouse gases. In order to attain that, and in order to mitigate the occurrence of these severe weather conditions like this, as I told you, similar to Haiyan or Quezana, we have to limit our emissions of carbon dioxide. So we must have a transitional, what we call as transitional energy towards the net zero emissions of greenhouse gases. And one way of doing this is through renewable energy. But hindi kaya ng renewable energy. Renewable energy, I mean, are solar, wind, biomass, or ocean, and the conventional, which are geothermal and hydro. Maganda nga na marami tayong hydro and geothermal, but in spite of this, hindi kaya yan suprayan ang demand of the country. Okay? So kinakailangan natin ng base load pa rin na hindi fossil fuel. And the only alternative and the only solution that we have is nuclear power.
Sir, totoo po ba yan na kung sakali mag-operate na yung nuclear plant na yan, ay bababa ba ang sigilan ng kuryente?
Not necessarily. But ang tanong ko dyan, kung magpapatuloy tayo ng fossil fuel, pamahal ng pamahal ang presyo ng coal, na wala naman tayong yung tinatawag na clean coal, ganon. Wala naman talagang na clean na coal. Kahit na fluidized bed coal part yan, kapareho yung nasa Malita, Davao Occidental. So, lalong-lalo na yung tinatawag natin na transitional energy na nabanggit ko nga, yung imported na liquefied natural gas. Pamahal ng pamahal ang presyo ng fossil fuel. Kasi sa sinabi ko nga, ang finite ang mga ito. Meaning, hindi yan forever. Walang forever na fossil fuel. So, pamamahal ng pamahal ito. And that's the time na magiging competitive ang nuclear in terms of pricing. So, sa tingin ko, in the future, competitive talaga ang nuclear in terms of pricing. But dapat, magkamaroon tayo ng mga investors who are willing to design, construct, operate, and maintain this nuclear power plant. Kasi naman, ang power industry natin is profit motivated. Unlike before, na under the government, before yung IPIRA, na we are there, National Power Corporation, for service and not for profit. So yun ang kinakailangan. Kinakailangan din natin ng isang regulatory agency. Kaya nagpapasalamat tayo kay Congressman Marco Wanggo na nag-introduce ng bill in the establishment of a nuclear power regulatory agency, yung PhilAtO, para mag-regulate. At kailangan din natin yung manpower, saka material resources. Kasi kung aasa lang tayo sa mga foreign consultant, mamahal at mamahal ang presyo ng nuclear power. So ang kinakailangan natin, mag-develop tayo ng mga nuclear engineers dito sa Pilipinas. At ang pasimula niyan ay pagkakameron ng program sa nuclear engineering sa ating mga pamantasan at kolehiyo. At ang pag-i-integrate ng nuclear engineering sa lahat ng engineering program ng mga universidad at kolehiyo.
How about the budget, sir? Kung sakali mang itutuloy yun, magkano po abutin kung sa estimated lang po?
Ang presyo ng nuclear power is very country specific. Halimbawa, saan tayo kukuha ng mga spare parts o nuclear na component kung puro imported yan. So, kinakailangan maroon tayong national industrialization to support the operation and maintenance ng nuclear power. So, dapat halimbawa sa steel industry natin, dapat capable na tayo mag-produce ng mga steel vessel, yung containment ng nuclear plant. So, kinakailangan talaga yung national industrialization na hindi puro imported, hindi puro consultants. Yun.
Sir, yung nuclear dun sa Bataan, pwede pa ba yun, sir?
Pwede pa ba yun? Ngunit kinakailangan ng malaking halaga para ito ay ma-retrofit into the present day standards. Pag ganon. Kasi mga analog pa yung mga instrumento doon. Tingnan na yung digital na. Siguro lumang na generation na yun. Diba? May fourth generation na ganon. At isa pa rin, ang isang very viable yung SMR, yung Small Modular Reactor, na parang battery lang yan na isasalpak mo sa grid. Yun.
Sir, bakit hindi natuloy yung Bataan Nuclear Power Plant?
It was a political decision because it was an election promise of President Cory Aquino not to operate the Philippine nuclear power plant. It was mothballed not because of its technical deficiency but because of a political decision. Walang kinalaman yung science doon.
Kung sakali po bang ituloy yun, aangat kaya ang Pilipinas?
Oo, kasi hindi tayo magkakaroon ng mga blackout and brownouts nung early part ng 1990s. So just imagine, kaparoon ng mga red alert, yellow alert,